Did you actually attend classes every day, and how much education overall did you receive?
Who would, yeah? John, so did you go to classes every day? And how much education did you receive?
Well, I was 10 years old when I went there in 1947, and I was in grade 3. And 5 years later, when I left there, I was 15 and in grade 5. So you see, and I was sent there for truancy, but I never went to school where I had to work all day. And we used to have horses there, but they only understood Mohawk, so I had to stay there and work in the fields outside with the horses. It was something.
Okay, I was there later, 1966 to 1970 when it closed, and I didn't have to do farm work because there was no farm left there. So, and no garden. But I went to school all day. When I was in school, I went to school. So from when I went from my reserve, I went in there when I was 10, so I was in grade 5. Not once. And then that I know we talk about First Nations or anything, right? But I did go to school there for grade 7, and I went to school there for grade 8, 1970, and that's when it closed. So then I had to go to high school, but I never got a report card. My mother never got no report cards at all from. I said, did you get a report card in the mail or something? I was only 20 minutes away from that residential school. And I just come home on weekends, and there was 4 of us taken away. So yeah, I had school all day. Whereas my grandmother was there in 1917 to 1919, had half a day school and half a day work. And I think that's what John did too. But yeah, so I did education all day. Now
I don't think education was really important because I know I failed grade 3. They would have failed me in grade 5. But, well, like by that point, we'd gone into the public school system, my sister and I. Excuse me. And I felt like I didn't even know how to read in grade 5. When I think about the environment in the classrooms, it was, again, something of violence. I know the teacher would run up and down, or not run, walk up and down the aisles. And I know one time I was doing my either printing or cursive writing, and whacked me right across the fingers and said I wasn't holding my pencil right. Well, after that, I couldn't even hold the pencil, never mind write. But until we got out of the mush hole and we went to the public school system north of Toronto, in a little town called Sunderland and Cannington. Somewhere along the line, I learned how to read. And by the time I was in grade 8, I felt that I was up with my peers, and I just felt like I was so far behind all the time. And at one point, I did become a teacher, but it was like later in life, because first of all, I didn't know I had rights as a Native person to further education. And we were told, when you're 18, get out, you're on your own, look after yourself. And that's what we had to do. But the education there was pitiful. That's all I can say about that.
Nyala.